Well, now, aren't I grand? Look at me. Isn't this beautiful? Here I am in beautiful Clarenville. I'm going to flick you around now and tell you that you know something. I'm going to tell you. Uh, I went golfing yesterday and I was out in Gander and it was gorgeous. It's so nice because, you know, uh, as nice as your own home is, sometimes it's nice just to get away. And you don't need to go that far to enjoy yourself and fix my hair now, and to have a nice time. And so I golfed yesterday with some friends, Dale and Cavell and Shirley and Karen yesterday in Gander and the day before. And I've discovered two things now on my little trip. I've discovered that first of all, there's a little strip of land or highway right there after the Goulds bypass between Ruby Line and Commonwealth Avenue. That is a speed trap. Yes. So don't go over 65 there because as I was leaving on whatever morning, whenever, I might have slipped up to 75 there, and the cops came along and went this sort of carry on. I'm not good at the sound effect, but you know what a cop sounds like. And I nearly peed right in my pants, thinking this is going to be some start now to a little holidays to get a ticket. Oh, good, I said. And anyway, no, it wasn't a ticket. It was a little warning. And I thought, isn't that fantastic? A little warning for everyone. So I said a little prayer to Mom, and I said, Mom, take me watch me as I go here now. And so anyway, she made me put cruise control on, and so I did. Because I do like a little bit of speed. There's no doubt. I'm sure we all do. And I mean speed like, travel speed, not the drug. Although I think that there is a speed drug. Just look how beautiful this is. Isn't this marvelous? I'm not walking at all because I'm going to golf later on in Terra Nova. And so as we were coming out, I would have been 5 minutes earlier. So I have been a little bit tardy this morning, but there was a time difference in town in Clarenville. No, oh, how funny I am. No, I ran into road work, and I know that I've told you before that I grew up on a farm, and if you don't know that by now, you're not paying attention. And but anyway, I at the age of 10 thought, I was down playing on a tractor, and it was an old Massey Ferguson. In fact, I don't know, but we still have it. It was Dad's first tractor, and I was playing on it and delighted, and to be up on the seat in the with the big wheel. And Dad came along and he said, Sheila, I said, yeah. He said, if you can go get the cows for me, he said, every day I'll give you, at the end of the week, I'll give you $10. Well, now, this seemed like a pot of gold, and I thought I can do that. Indeed, I can. And so every day, 3 o'clock, I went to get the cows, brought them all home for the milking. And he said, for every little bit more you do, I'll give you more money at the end of the week. And I worked like a dog, and I mean sweeping and feeding the cows, and I did it all. And so at the end of the week, I got $20. Well, now I thought, isn't this marvelous? 10 years old. And I didn't realize the cap was 30. I got $30 until it was about 16. But anyway, it went up eventually to 120. When I was 17 or 18, my uncle Johnny owned Modern Paving. And a bit of nepotism is all right because I then went to work on the road. Now, I held a flag in my hand. I wonder, has anyone ever done that? If you have, put it in the comments. Tell me if you've been a flag person. I held the flag in my hand for several years. It was, and I'll just say this honestly, it was the worst job I've ever had. And anyway, but it paid well. At the time when I was 18 or perhaps 17, I can't remember, it paid me $7.36 an hour. When I got my check at the end of the week, I thought I could buy the ghouls. Oh my God, I said, what am I going to do with all the money? I just don't know. And so anyway, I see these people, out flagging nowadays, and I remember thinking, my God, help us. I remember that, and they're holding up the stop sign. And you think I pity them? No, sir. Flip it around, honey. I did it too. Crack on is what I say. I'll tell you what, I'm staying at the beautiful Quality Hotel here in Clarenville. Now, I'm telling you that for a reason. Firstly, because, COVID has done a lot of things for us, and one of which is taking away the buffet. Now, this, in my opinion, is good because what they do is they hand serve the breakfast. Isn't this marvelous? They pass out beautiful eggs. I'll put a picture because I took one. I'll put a picture in the comments after and show you the beautiful breakfast and the homemade toast and all this. And so, but COVID has done that, and also my friend in Gander said, Sheila, waiting for the vaccine has caused weight gain. I said, is that what it is? There you go. So there you go. Be careful of the weight gain. And so that's what COVID has brought for us. Secondly, my thought is if, I call the owner of Clayton Properties, who owns the Quality Hotel here in Clarenville and the Comfort Inn in Gander and the hotel in St. John's as well. And I said, you know what, for my people, because I really, as I said last week, we got our own little group, haven't we? I thought for my people, there should be some sort of prize. And she said, Sheila, of course there will be. So here's the prize. If you share this video, and it's very simple, I'll tell you how to do that. If you share this video, your name will go in for a night here at the Quality Hotel in Clarenville and a $50 gift card for the restaurant Bella's. Isn't that marvelous? So all you have to do is share. Now I realize, and I shan't ask your name, although or your age, although I want to. But I think that much of many of my people are over 60. Is that too much to ask? Say over 55. Let's go over 55. Say if you're over 55, because I really believe that you're my crowd. I think the older people are my crowd. And for those people, sometimes technology is not as friendly as we hope. So at the end of the video, you're going to see a share button. Press share, and your name will go in the hat for a night at the Quality Hotel and $50 gift card for Bella's restaurant. Thank you to Clayton Properties and the Quality Hotel here in Clarenville. Isn't that marvelous? I thought, isn't that they should get a gift for watching me every week? And I'm going to announce the winner next Thursday morning. Yes, that's right. That's just so you watch it again. So anyway, before I go now, I know because I can crack on. I know I can talk. I want to tell you when I was coming out here, the other day, whenever it was. Don't think about stealing my house, by the way. Someone's minding it. Anyway, when I came out here the other day, I was reminded about years ago. Years ago, God help us. There's Dad coming out right there on me. But anyway, years ago, when I do shows, this man came up to me after a show and he said, Sheila, he said, I'd like for you to sing at my funeral. I said, my God, it's not yet, is it? He said, no, it's not yet. But he said, I am making the arrangements. And he said, I'd like for you and Shelley Neville to sing. And I said, listen, I said, I'd be honored. I'm not looking forward to it, but I would be honored to do so. Anyway, he died. And he went over to Carnell's. He was Anglican, obviously. And anyway, they made the arrangements, and the funeral was out in Tickle Me Toe Harbor somewhere. I didn't know where it was. So I said to Shelley, I said, Shelley, we should leave early, just in case, we get lost. She said, of course we will. And so we did. We left early. We left an hour early. We showed up an hour late. When we showed up, everyone had gone home. the landscapers were all around, the gravesite, but everyone else had gone home. And I said, Shelley, you know what? I said, we should sing anyway, because I said he made a special request for it. And she said, of course we will. And so I took out my guitar and sang a beautiful Amazing Grace. Shelley sang a beautiful, soulful version. I put in a bit of harmony, trying to be nice. And so, anyway, the next thing, the landscapers were putting down their shovels and their picks, and gathering around, taking off their hats. And one fella choked up crying. I nearly cried myself. I never knew the man. Anyway, I said a little prayer and put the guitar back in the case and walked back to the car. And Shelley said to me, Sheila, I'm really glad we did this, because, I really feel like it meant something. And I said, and of course it did. And she said, so it's important, even though we were late. And I said, no, Shelley. I said, of course it's important, because, he was a wonderful man. Just at that point, I heard one of the landscapers say to his friend, in all my life, he said, I never saw anything like that. He said, and I've been putting in septic tanks for 20 years now. I know. It pays to have a GPS, doesn't it? God bless you. Listen to me now. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. And remember, listen, Linda. I think that's a saying, isn't it? Share the video, and your name will go in for a night here at the Quality Hotel in Clarenville. As I say to you, it doesn't matter where we are. Sometimes a little break, no matter how beautiful it is in our own space at home, sometimes a little break from out, to get outside is nice. So share the video. You could win the night at the Quality Hotel and $50 for Bella's Restaurant from the Quality Hotel here in Clarenville. Love to you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. God love you. Thanks very much. I'm going to play golf today. Yeah, I know. I'm terrible at it, but anyway, it's nice.